In this video, we are going to continue our order to cash process with the creation of the material master data that we are going to sell. Welcome to another video in the SAP Configuration from Zero playlist, where we choose specific business processes and we configure them end-to-end on SAP S/4HANA. We started with the procure to pay process, where we started with the purchase order until we posted a supplier invoice and we configured everything together. And then we moved to the order to cash process, and our objective is to run a full, simple order to cash process, starting from the sales order, goods issue, and then customer billing. In the last video, we have maintained our sales pricing procedure, and in the video today, we move to the next step in order to create our sales order, which is defining a material master data. To get the full benefit from this playlist, you have to follow the videos in the same sequence that I created. So you can go to my website, galalconsulting.com, and then in the menu go to courses, SAP configuration course, and here you can find that I have created a map that includes all the videos that have been published in this playlist. So here, if you scroll down, you're going to find this nice diagram. If it is zoomed out, then you need to click here on this button and it will zoom in. And here you can see all the different videos that I have created so far. Any yellow box is a video that you have to watch to be able to run the end-to-end process, and any blue box is a deep dive video. By clicking on any of these boxes, you will go directly to the video on the YouTube channel. If you scroll down, you will see that in the last video, we have done the defined pricing procedure, and in the video today, we define our material for the sales master data. If you are watching this video in the future, then there may be other videos after this one also, and I hope that I continue this playlist. The other thing that you need to do in order to benefit from this playlist is to test on your own SAP S/4HANA testing system. If you do not have access to a testing system, then you can join me on the same system I am using in these videos. Go to my website, galalconsulting.com, and from the menu here, go to Services, SAP Access, and you'll find all the details. Now let's go back to SAP and continue our sales process. So our next step is to define the material master data. We already created another material in the procure to pay process, but the other one was a raw material that we created to buy. Now I would like to sell something, so I have to create another material of type finished product, for example, so we can sell it. To create a material, we go to the same transaction that we used before, which is MM01. So /O MM01. And first we choose a material type. So for the material type that we are going to sell, we can either sell a finished product, and for this we can use the standard type FERT. So this is defined in any standard SAP system. Or we can use a trading product, and the standard type for that is HAWA, H-A-W-A. So trading goods. Let's imagine, for example, that our business is to buy things and resell them. So in this case, we can define a trading good. Let's proceed with this one. And then for the industry, I'm going to choose mechanical engineering, and then press enter. Same as we did when we defined a material for the procurement, here we choose the different views that we would like to create. So first we need basic data 1 and 2. This is mandatory for any material. And then we of course have the sales data, because we would like to sell this material, so we have to maintain the sales, the org data 1, 2, and the sales general plan data. I'm not going to buy this material, I'm going to post initial stock for our process. I do not want any purchasing view, so I'm not going to maintain this one. I also don't want MRP, but let's keep them because sometimes they are mandatory. There are some mandatory fields even for sales. And then let's scroll down. Here we have general plan data storage. This is very important. And of course, accounting is very important for the account determination. Now let's press enter. And we are going to insert our plant, AG60. So this is the plant that we defined together in the procure to pay process. This is why I say you always have to follow the playlist. We have defined and we have configured this plant together from zero. So we go to our plant, storage location also we defined together. So AG61. And then our sales organization that we configured is AG60. And the distribution channel is AG. So these are all the objects that we configured together and that we are going to use in our sales order. Then press enter. And here we can maintain the different details. So let's say AG from zero demo, from zero, but instead of raw material, this will be trading, good, 1. Unit of measure is piece, I'm not going to maintain anything here. Press enter. Then we have the sales organization data. So we have the base unit of measure is piece, copied from the other one. Then for taxes, I do not want to have any tax, so I'm going to maintain this as 0. Or if we open this list, license group A. And then for sales organization data 2, I'm not going to maintain anything else here. And let's see if this will stop us when we are doing our sales process. Normally we can maintain the account assignment group material. So this is used for the account determination. We can also maintain the material price group, but I'm going to keep this minimum, and then we can see if we get any errors in the future. Enter. And then here we have different details. So let's say gross weight is 1 kilo, net weight is also 1. We have MRP data, so MRP type is ND, no planning. So this means that we are not going to run any MRP. You can see it here, no planning. Enter. Nothing is mandatory, so we just press enter. Planned storage data 1. If anything is mandatory, we are going to stop. Otherwise, we continue. And then we will see when we are running the process if we get any errors. This is how we learn the importance of different fields. And so because our objective, as we said, is just to run a basic sales process. Of course, in real life, you will have to maintain different field values in different fields based on the business case. Enter. And then we have our pricing control. I'm going to maintain this as S. Usually, any item that you sell will have a standard price. And then I'm going also to insert the standard price as 100. So this will be the standard price per piece. So now this item has a standard price or a standard cost of 100 per piece. Normally we are going to sell it for a higher price to get some profit margin. And then enter. You are about to exit. Do you want to save your data? Yes. Okay, so the field valuation class is defined as a required field. I did not maintain the valuation class, which is mandatory because it's needed for the account determination. It is defined as a mandatory field, so we cannot proceed without maintaining it. And we can find it in the accounting view here. So here we have our valuation class. The valuation class that's defined by standard for any trading good is this one, 3100. And this is what we are going to use for account determination. If you would like to understand the link between the material type, the valuation class, and the account determination for material management, there is a full playlist that I created for this. It's already available on the channel. It explains end to end all the configuration steps and all the process of maintaining, configuring, and assigning the different accounts until we are able to run a full process. You can check the other playlist. It's called the Finance account determination. You can check it on the channel if you would like to learn more. And I'm going to leave a link in the diagram, in the course map on my website, so you can also dive deeply into this topic if you would like. For the sake of our playlist, and because I already explained this in other playlists, I'm just going to proceed here. So the valuation class we are using is 3100, and we will see how to maintain the different accounts for this valuation class when we are stopped by the system because of the errors that will happen when we do any stock movements. So now enter and let's save. So the material has been created and the material code is 961. Remember this one because we are going to use it for the rest of the playlist. Now click on OK and let's go back to our sales order and insert this material 961. Press enter. Order quantity is needed, so we need to insert order quantity. Let's say 10 pieces. Enter shipping point, receiving point. So now let's go into the details of the item. And here we can see we have order quantity 10. Delivery date is 22 of December. Now if we go here to shipping, we can say here that the plant where we are going to receive this item. So we're going to receive it in AG60. And then we have the storage location, AG61. No checking group for material master, okay. If there is any errors, we are going to stop. Pricing error, mandatory condition is missing. Let's go there. So let's go to conditions. And here we need to maintain BR00. So insert here BR00. This is our price. And let's say the amount is, so the cost is 100. So let's say we're going to sell it for 150. This is a big margin. All right, so now we are selling for 150 per piece, which means that the total is 1,500. And this is our pricing procedure. Remember in the last video when we maintained the pricing procedure assignment? Now, if you go here to analysis, you can see which pricing procedure is being used. It is ZVAG01. How SAP determined this is from the configuration that we did in the last video. And this shows us that our configuration works fine. Now let's go back. And now let's see the document and see if anything else is missing. Document incomplete. Would you like to save or edit incomplete document? I would like to edit. Let's see what's missing. So we are missing the shipping points and we are missing the Incoterms. So let's go to Incoterms first. And I'm going to maintain any standard one. It is not going to impact our standard process. So cost and freight. We also need to insert an Incoterm location. So click on OK. And for the location, we can insert any text test, for example. Freight is redetermined. OK. And now let's click on next here. And this will show us what is missing again in the order. So we have the shipping point is missing. So double click here. And now we need to select a shipping point. So let's click on OK. And in the shipping points here, if we open the available values, we have nothing because we have not yet configured our shipping points. So this is what we are going to do in the next video. So in this video, we have maintained together the material master data that we are going to sell in the sales order. And we have also maintained the different fields needed in the sales order until we go to the shipping point that we need to configure. Now your homework is to follow what we did today and create the material in your SAP S4HANA testing system. Do not forget to check the diagram to see all the different videos that are available in the playlist. Also, if you would like to get access to the SAP S4HANA system I am using, then check the SAP Access page on my website. And also leave me your comments on the website. There is a comments section that's available on all the different pages, on diagrams and also next to the SAP service. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share the video with your connections, join that channel membership program if you would like to support this effort, and also to get access to member exclusive videos, documents, and our private Slack group. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon.